In its 20-year publication history, Wizard magazine never met a top 10 list it didn't like.
Top 10 comics, top 10 heroes and villains, top 10 writers and artists. They were top 10 crazy.
Now we're turning the tables on the comics magazine whose rankings created monthly controversy and hype by ranking the output of Wizard: The Guide to Comics from the 90s and beyond.
This is Wizard's Top 10. This top 10 list is the top 10 Wolverine covers of Wizard magazine, which we've learned Wolverine is the most covered hero in all of Wizard magazine, with a total of 62 covers. That is insane.
There may be even more hiding somewhere that we just haven't discovered yet, because basically Wizard constantly said, if we want to sell the magazine this month, let's put Wolverine on the cover. Sometimes they do it like multiple months in a row. Like he was just the guy they knew was going to get people to pick up the magazine. So always in their back pocket.
Yeah, like, funny enough, my number 5 on our list is Wizard 202. And then there's Wizard 203, which is also a Wolverine cover, but it's actually the movie cover. But the reason why I picked 202 is it's because one of the first iterations we get to see of Old Man Logan. And I like the idea of Old Man Logan. He's semi-immortal, if you will. And I just like the way this looks. And I love that, like, similar to the movie, now when he uses his claws, his body doesn't regenerate as well, so he bleeds through it and stuff like that. I find that so, and the cover just looks fantastic.
Yeah, Steve McNiven art, I fell in love with him during Civil War, and I didn't love so much what Mark Millar did with Old Man Logan, but I thought it was a cool concept, and really just the intensity in the expression on that face is awesome. So gotta love it. My first pick is Wizard number 38. Now, this is an Adam and Andy Kubert jam cover. So one of them drew Wolverine, one of them drew Sabretooth in this, battle that has been going on through the comics pages for decades. Now, people who've been listening to the podcast recently might say, didn't you just say you don't like the Kubert brothers and you think they're boring? I was like, yeah, maybe I like their cover work more than their interiors. Maybe they could add some intensity for a single image, like an exciting moment. But I just love the concept, not even of just them being brothers, but a jam cover. So them coming together, each doing a different figure, like just the logistics of that is exciting to me. So I think that's a really fun milestone for Wizard history.
And it is a cool looking cover, though. Like I do dig it a lot. And then the way the two characters are so overlapping one another, the way that they could draw that as two different people, bringing that together looks fantastic. I think that's really cool. My number 4 is Wizard 155, and I don't know why. It says the life and death of Wolverine. It's got a really cool kind of almost painted style cover. It's a Greg Horn cover, which I'm a big fan of Greg Horn. And I like that the unmasked version is sort of Hugh Jackman-y, I guess. And I honestly think of the Hugh Jackman Wolverine covers, this might be the best, because all the picture ones I think are horrible.
Yeah, and I'm on record, Hugh Jackman, not my favorite portrayal of Wolverine, but he's likable enough. But yeah, it is funny how much that 2000 movie and the subsequent films influenced the look of Wolverine for a decade. So, so my next one here, what am I doing? Well, this is Wizard number 115, which is an Adam Kubert cover. I'm Kubert crazy over here when it comes to Wolverine. Now, what I love about this cover, though, I'm a sucker for either like transformations or just a split, image. It's not really a split personality necessarily, but what I love about this is, so yes, we're getting the classic Wolverine outfit, and then we're getting the ultimate Wolverine, which I'm not super familiar with the Ultimate X-Men universe. I didn't get deep into that, but I like the idea also.
It's post 2000, guys. That's why he's not into it.
I know. What do I know, right? But I love that the Wizard logo even is split. So the one side is white, the other side is the yellow and blue. Like, that's so cool. Like, just from a design aspect overall, and the literal electricity going down the middle of the page, like, it just jumps out at you.
Yeah, no, that is a really cool cover. So my number three cover is Wizard 49. And this is sort of a callback to other like X-Men covers. We covered this a few months ago. I really dig this cover, though he's got the bone claws, which whatever, but just the way the cover is drawn, it's very dynamic. We've got, Cyclops in one of his few really cool poses. I'm not sure how I feel about Beast's face in it because it's sort of like, the blue version of Wolverine in a way, if you look at it. Um, but the way Wolverine is drawn and Cyclops really catches my eyes. And I remember when we did this issue, I was like, oh, I like this cover. This is cool.
What was interesting to me is, yeah, that's a pretty classic cover. I think it if I'm looking at it correctly, it kind of seems to have the Fleer flare coloring, which is not my favorite. But the Bone Claws thing, I am so surprised at looking through all these covers how long that stuck
It was a
around.
while. It was
I
a
didn't
while.
realize that was like into the 2000s. I thought that
Yeah.
was done by the end of the 90s. And I was like, whoa, like Bone Claws for days. My next one here is Wizard number 126. This is so fun. Wolverine versus Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
I saw that one. I thought that was so cool. I really did like that a lot too. I didn't pick that one, but I like it.
Well, here's the thing. So I picked it just thinking that is a real fun crossover. It's just nice to have that action going on. But then I was looking at the signature. I'm like, oh, it's J. Scott Campbell. Of course I love it. Like it doesn't immediately jump out because you don't see him draw those characters that often.
It
But then I
doesn't
was
look like
just like,
his
wow,
style
that's
all
cool.
that much. I mean, like if you look closely at like the arms, you can kind of see it, but their faces don't look like a J. Scott Campbell illustration. So that's sort of why I find it interesting because he kind of went outside of his own, way of drawing, which I thought was really cool. But it is a really neat cover,
It
and it would
is.
be a cool crossover. I would find that very interesting because I could see them fighting and then teaming up to fight like Cobra together. It would be kind of cool.
Yeah, well,
I
they're
would be down.
technically both Marvel characters, so I'm
Yeah.
surprised it hasn't been done. Breaking news, geeks! Manscaped now sells beard products. That's right. They are once again revolutionizing men's grooming with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, the technology behind the Beard Hedger Pro Kit allows you to shape your signature beard look.
Now you can finally use Manscaped products that make your drapes match your carpet by going to manscaped.com and use the code Wizards20 for 20% off and free shipping. Crazy.
Now, here's the thing, Michael. Alan Moore certainly carved out a look for himself when it came to facial hair. But here's the thing, geeks. You aren't a genius comic book writer who might also be a wizard. So it's time to tame your mane. No one likes a weird beard. So say goodbye to all your stubble trouble with Manscaped's Pro Beard Kit.
Manscaped sent us both their Beard Hedger Pro Kit, and I used it this morning. And I'll tell you, so I tried out the beard conditioner, the beard shampoo, and I've been using a lot of different products for shaving my beard and shaving my head and so on and so forth. This stuff, not only did it smell really good, it felt like my skin felt like rejuvenated a little. And I used the beard trimmer here, this beard hedger, and I barely knew that it was touching my face. It was so smooth and it cut so close. I actually cut closer than I thought I was going to. And it was fantastic, though. I really liked it. The design is so unique that it felt really good in my hand, too. And I've used a ton of different buzzers. This one, unbelievable. This head design is wild. And even when you pop it off, if you want to get really close, it has a nice sort of edger for when you're doing like under your mustache area or like your under your lip or around your ears and such. It was really, really cool. I used it. I really liked it. It's got a ton of different levels that you can adjust to. So if you have a really, really thick, like grizzly man beard, you can go up to level 10. I've never even seen that on a buzzer before. And I usually use two and a half. This was fantastic. It charged really, really fast using USB-C. It was very cool. I really liked it. And I got to say, in particular, this beard shampoo was really, really nice. I Funny enough, I was thinking as I'm using this, right? We have this beard conditioner. I've been shaving my head or had short hair for so long. I haven't used conditioner on my head. It's got to be 15 years. And using it on my beard felt funny, but it really felt good. Like it kind of like softened the hairs to make it easier to cut and everything. I was really impressed by it. Very cool stuff.
Well, Michael, here's the thing, because when I was a kid, I thought shaving was going to be awesome. I'd watch my dad and think, oh, it's going to be cool to have whiskers to shave, you know? But now as an adult, shaving is like my least favorite thing. I put it off for so long,
That's why
using
I grew a beard.
store-bought razors. Yeah. I'm never like sure if they're going to get the job done. You know, it is far from a luxurious experience. But with the Manscaped Beard Hedger Pro Kit, I have an excuse to stop shaving now and get my beard game going strong, you know? So, and if to
If
me,
you grow a beard, I'll die. I'll love it.
well, it's all about the gear, Michael, like you said. So tell them a little bit more about the tools that are for more than just your family jewels.
So it starts with the beard hedger, which like I said, is a juggernaut that fixes faces. It's really wild. First off, you get the cordless trimmer with a rotating wheel that gives your 20 haircut lengths all in one guard. It's really, like I said, crazy. This half sizes and everything. So no more messy drawers full with all this extra add-ons. It literally is one unit with one head to put on, and it works really, really cool. I really was impressed by that.
And here's the thing, like it's waterproof, so you can actually shave in the shower. You avoid
I
all the
did. I
hair in
did.
the
I used
sink.
it in the shower. It worked fine. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also got a titanium coated T blade. It's tough on hair, but smooth on your face, like Michael was saying, leading to it. It's got single stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. And the Pro Kit doesn't end there, though, because they've created 4 dermatologist tested formulations for your post trim care. Michael, tell them a little bit more about it.
So first, like I said, was this beard shampoo and conditioner, right? And I just tried them. You need to remember all of your hair is different. Everybody's beard is different, and your hair is more coarse and easier to damage than your hair on your head or lack thereof on my head. That's why this kit is made for shampoo conditioner specially designed to moisturize, reduce ingrown hairs, which is a big issue that I have, and replace natural oils and promote beard health.
Next, also to mention, the kit has what is called Manscaped's beard oil. Okay, so we got the beard oil here, an essential piece for your main facial accessory. You got to put it there. No one wants a guy whose beard is like brittle and dry, so the oil relieves the dryness on both the beard and the skin beneath while adding a little shimmer and shine, making you look extra fine. Yeah, but like Michael was also mentioning, you know, you have the beard balm. It's this pomade that shapes and styles and moisturizes and tames for a sculpted look. It's sure to make Thunderstrike Eric Masterson jealous, but that's not hard. His beard, not so impressive.
The Beard Pro Kit also comes with 3 free gifts: a beard brush, a beard comb, and scissors, right? So this beard brush is so nice. Like it really, if you have a big, bushy, heavy beard, I see a lot of guys using this all the time and they brush their beard. I've never seen a beard comb before, but this thing is made of a really nice piece of wood. Like it feels like it was well thought out and very, very useful. And then it comes with this really nice set of scissors that even come with a special sleeve to protect them. So if you have really big, like chin hairs or whatever, or even cutting around your ears and stuff like that, or whatever else you want to use it on, these scissors are really sharp, really good, and really, really nice to check out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like they thought of everything. It's all in this kit. So whether it's for you or the bearded person in your life, we want you to go get your 20% off and free shipping with the code Wizards20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code Wizards20. It's the Manscaped Beard Hedger. One stroke, one guard, 20 lengths. And hey, now back to the show.
My number 2 cover is the Wizard 35 cover of Wolverine. And I think this one, to me, encompasses almost the most of what Wolverine is in the comics. You know, the way he's just like a complete animal coming coming almost off the page in a way, coming out of the woods, and the way it's sort of like paint drawn and the illustration is really, really nice. My phone keeps going off. Um, but I don't know. There's just something about this cover that really just jumped out at me. What are your thoughts on this one?
This one is it. I mean, it's fine. It's not like my that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a reason
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
just
pick
take a
it.
dump on it. How about that?
I'm not gonna. No, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't dump on it. I think it's nice, but it was just something where it's not like super dynamic. Where I'm like, okay, yeah, that like I think we got to have some dissension here every once in a while. Like that would probably
Fair,
have not have made my list, but we have different aesthetic
fair,
preferences.
fair enough. Fair enough. I'll let it slide. That's fine.
Come on, man. We gotta mix it up a bit. No, but my next one here, this is one that again, for the ingenuity of the cover design, I love it. This is number 96, Wizard number 96. And what is so cool about this is if you just look at the cover, like we're showing you here, it's Wolverine tearing through a cover of Wizard magazine, which is awesome. He's ripping through the logo and all of that.
That's
But
funny.
if you look at the two covers, okay, together for this issue, all right, so I have them here. One was Ash and Pikachu for Pokemon. So literally, if you look, he's tearing through the Pokemon picture. Like you see Pokemon listed right here,
Oh
you know?
yeah.
So it's actually he's tearing through Pokemon, which I don't know how Nintendo felt about that. You know, like you just like get out of here. I'm the only yellow guy around here.
That
You know,
that's
so
pretty funny. So before I say my number one, I'm gonna say this, and we might differ on this, but so the first cover Wolverine ever appeared on was Wizard number 3,
mhm.
and that may be my least favorite Wolverine cover.
You don't like that
I,
Eric Larson?
I and I love Eric Larson, but I don't like that cover at all. It is just even like in comparison to our last episode, we're talking about Spider-Man. The first cover
Mhm.
is so iconic. This one just feels a little throwaway. I don't like it.
Huh.
But my number one is from the Wizard Masterpiece Edition Wolverine. And this is a spectacular cover. Again, it's got that like painted illustration style. I like this smaller like headgear on his mask, and you know he's just tearing through something. I'm assuming it's like a sentinel or some sort of metal object. Also, the claws aren't super long. Sometimes they draw the claws like 25 feet long. You're like, why is the claw so big? How did they? But this one just really caught my eye, and I like because it's got this red background, which I know you're kind of wishy washy about, but I do like it.
Yeah,
That's my
because like,
opinion.
and again, I have my little critiques of this, but everything you like about it is the
You
thing that like I don't like the tiny little, little
really?
ears there. I don't like, the shortened claws. Like I don't want him to be out of control claws, but I just he feels so toned down. I'm just like, oh, come on, Wolfie, get wild, man. He's like, no, I'm smooth, I'm slick. He's so shiny. Oh,
Boy, I'm really curious to see your number one. I think I know what it is, and I almost want to guess, but you know, I'm gonna say it's 85.
Oh, I mean that would have been a good choice. I mean, that's a cool one. I will tell you my runner up
Okay.
was the reason I didn't pick it is because it technically doesn't count, but it is a Gary Frank Dark Claw cover, which
Oh yeah, that's
yeah, it's
cool.
so cool. But I mean, it's technically not Wolverine, so
Yeah.
we might save that for a top 10 list down the line type thing. So actually, my number one here is from issue number 90, and this is a Lionel Francis Yu cover. And if I was going to say, what is Wolverine all about? You need to express Wolverine in one image. This one stands out to me like number one, the anatomy is spot on. It looks great. He doesn't look out of proportion or cartoony in any way. His costume's like a little bit ripped, like in the ear and stuff, or that maybe that's just supposed to be shine, but it kind of looks like a little
No,
damage.
there's
Now,
a little tear. There's a little. I think there's on
yeah,
his shoulder and on the ear. Yeah.
yeah, and then like his bone claws, that's the only thing that's not like classic Wolverine, but it feels like best looking Bone Claws that I've seen. I love everything about just the pose and the way it interacts also with the logo, how his little ears going up
Mhm.
over the R, so I just think it's one of those things where if you can represent a character the best way, that wins out to me. It's just like, yeah, this is cool, yeah, this is fun, but it's just like, wow, yeah, that's what I think of when I think of the character. So
I, you know, to me, now looking at it in a deep look, again, taking away the bone claws, and if it was metal adamantium claws, this looks like the 90s animated series, the closest cartoon or like comic illustration version of that cartoon. And I could see why you connect so well with it because of the memories we have of that animated series, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I get that. It does give him his own kind of character and doesn't look like, Batman adjacent or whatever, sometimes they draw it that way. This is
or
a cool
too
cover.
pretty. They made him so pretty when
Yes.
he's not doesn't have the cowl on. When
Yes,
he's
he's
just
too
like, "Hey,
handsome
how you
sometimes.
doing? Got my leather jacket from the new X-Men or whatever." Like just all that stuff. I'm just like,
That's pretty funny. But no, I think it's a pretty solid list. And there's a lot of really good ones. There's one with him and I think the one with him with like the Hulk with the bone, like the gray Hulk coming through. That was a really cool one too. But I didn't think it was the strongest. And there's other ones that just tie into other things. But overall, like I think we have a pretty solid list there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
he's obviously on a lot of other like mashup covers where they have like 10
yeah.
characters on one page or an X-Men cover, but these are the ones where we felt like for the most part he was in the forefront, literally in a lot of them. So yeah, awesome picks. But you probably out there have a favorite Wolverine cover too. So if you want to look it up and then tell us what your favorite is or pull it out of your long box, we'd love to either see it on social media, on Twitter at Wizards Comics or Instagram at Wizards_Comics. Hey, you could join our Facebook group, Wizards Comics. We got a lot of people joining over there looking for something fun to talk about. Of course, we're getting on TikTok. We're not 100% like, everyday content over there, but we want to let you know that it's something to look forward to if you're a TikToker. Is that what they
And we
call
won't be
themselves, the kids?
I think so, but we will not be posting dancing videos of ourselves. I promise you that. I
My friends will
promise.
be very disappointed. They love their dancing memes. But overall, like this has just been a really fun discussion, Michael. Of course, we want to invite people also to join our Patreon because just as we did with our top 10 Spidey covers, all the cover scans are being delivered to our patrons so they can dig through and just pick their favorite. Plus, there's so many other perks. You get early release episodes. They are uncut, they are unfiltered. There's often, 20 minutes or more of extra conversation that comes out of these episodes. So we just say, go over there, $5 a month, patreon.com/Wizards Comics, and you'll have some fun, meet some good people.
Before you sign us out, we want to announce that we have hit 50,000 downloads for our podcast in a little over 3 years. I think that's amazing. Kudos to you, sir, for doing all the work of getting our name out there. And, it's just super exciting to imagine that 50,000 times people have listened to us talk.
Yeah, and I mean that's just the figures from like where our show is hosted. So Apple
Yeah.
Podcasts and whoever else, we know you guys are listening all over. So yeah, again, thank you so much for supporting the podcast just by spreading the word and being excited about it yourself. Your enthusiasm feeds everything we do. Of course, we're excited about it also. That's why we're doing what we're doing. But hey, I'm sure there are more people out there that would love to join the fun. So keep sharing it. Hey, if you want to go leave us a review somewhere, share this video, whatever you want to do to let people know about Wizards, the podcast guide to comics. We really appreciate all that you do and being a part of the community. So until next time, keep your books bagged and boarded, bub.